The rift is sealed. We're safe now.
Alas, if only I could be so certain.
The Dark Dimension. Ooh. Oh. All right.
Our team in the lab just figured out how to upgrade your ISO 8. Better stop in.
Already did that. Real quick though, we're gonna change our crew here because this is not the crew that I want. This is the crew I'm trying to level up. Because we have a solo mission for Spider-Man and a solo mission for Captain America. They need to be level 20. And then these two, I just want them to level up. But let's go with the real deals here.
You are the best. You got it.
Hulk's turd to smash!
We'll do Deadpool and Wasp. But I think I'm gonna do Psylocke.
Are you sure? I'll give you a second to change your mind.
Yeah, because look at that. That brings our strength up to 12%. And our vitality at 4%. But check this out.
I like the way you think.
A strength boost of 12%. This doesn't make any sense too. If I swap out Hulk for Nightcrawler, our strength boost goes from 12% to 17%. And our health boost jumps from 4% to 8%. It's because they're all X-Men. X-Men, X-Force, whatever. And then also Wolverine and Deadpool are anti-heroes, and then also Wolverine and Nightcrawler are and Psylocke are cutting edge, and Deadpool cutting edge. So that gives us a huge bonus in strength, which I kind of want to do, but I really like Hulk. I mean, I like Nightcrawler. I like Psylocke a lot. Not really a huge fan of Deadpool, to be honest. Everybody's like a huge fan of Deadpool, but you know, I could take it or leave it. Hello. Welcome, Mika. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Inspection. Welcome, guys. You couldn't find it? Oh, geez, that's crazy. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I was just talking about how taking out Hulk and adding Nightcrawler gives me a 17% strength boost for some reason. But it's because they work very well together. These are all X-Men. X-Men, anti-heroes, and Cutting Edge. And also, Wolverine and Psylocke are martial artists. Dang, there's a lot of really good stuff here. Oh, but I want to use Hulk. I don't know what I want to do. Just seems like such a wasted opportunity to not use Nightcrawler. Let's go with
Introducing the
Nightcrawler.
one, the only, the legendary Nightcrawler.
Inspection. Nice. You survived work? Excellent. So you're doing fine. Excellent. Good. What'd you do at work today? Was it really hot? Playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm in Athens. What a frustrating city. Oh, I bet. We're gonna leave Hulk behind for now. Although I can't believe I'm doing that, but... Killing some innocent people. Oh, okay. Sounds like something you'd do. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I'm gonna take out Deadpool, because I want to hear what he has to say.
Hulk's turn to smash!
Also gonna add... Who else is here? Beast.
What's shaking, baby?
Also, I got Hulk's new skin. He's Grey Hulk now. How are you holding up?
I'm still in mourning.
I understand the X-Men is in shambles. Cyclops and Colossus got left behind to fight the Black Order, and the fate of the universe itself is...
I was talking about the tacos.
Huh. With everything going on, all you can think about is food?
Pretty much. Food and otters. I mean, those things may look all cute and fuzzy, but they will bite your ankles off if you give them the chance. And I have. More than once.
We should probably get moving.
Good point. You never know what you'll find in a weird dimension like this. But in my experience, it's usually more otters than tacos, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, see? So that showed up in the chat. What? I must get to stream! Lol. Let's see. Well, I better go eat now. Thought I'd say hello. Oh, thank you so much, Spection. Appreciate it, bud. And we'll see you next time. Maybe we'll see you tonight. I had to work with two people that just started, or that started last week, so I had to help a lot. Ah, that stinks. Ah, yes, one of my favorite pastime activities. Murdering innocent people. Killing and then throwing the body off a mountain or bridge to make a beautiful photo of it. Can you see me screaming my voice out? Mic test before I go. That's right, we see that. We see it. Alright. I'm glad I got that working. Your autocorrect is being annoying. When is it not annoying? That's my question. When is autocorrect not annoying? let me see if any of these guys have anything to say. So we're gonna do root.
Finally, someone with good taste. Guess who's ready to press play?
A wise choice.
I am ready.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy. All right. Anybody else? No, nobody else to talk to. Okay. Then I'm gonna get my squad. Now I'll actually go. All right, man. Thanks so much for sticking around, saying hi, and we'll see you the next time. Cat hyper hug. When I have it disabled. Oh, really? You have autocorrect disabled and it's still doing that to you? That's stupid. E. Come on in, Cam.
You are the best. You got it.
Are you sure? I'll give you a second to change your mind.
I like the way you think.
Introducing the one, the only, the legendary Nightcrawler.
Look at that, 17%. That's insane. The amount of bonuses it gives you.
I imagine you have questions?
I can think of a few. For instance, where in the world are we?
We are not in our world. Not anymore. But I have seen this realm before. It is known as the Dark Dimension. And for good reason.
The Dark Dimension? That doesn't sound good.
It is most definitely not. This is a warped reality governed by dark magic. The laws of nature as we know them do not apply here.
Then why did you bring us here?
As I said, my magic works in unusual ways. We needed somewhere to hide from the Black Order. This is the best I could conjure up.
Actually, the laws of nature do apply here. They're just a little slightly different. Like, gravity is a little different here. But that doesn't mean it doesn't apply here. I hope we can find a way out.
More importantly, I hope we can find a way out alive.
How would we find a way out if we weren't alive? Anyway,
What? You have yet more questions?
how much do you know about this place?
The Dark Dimension is a plane of reality corrupted by sinister energies and ruled by a magic-wielding madman.
Sinister? Would it be Mr. Sinister? So you must feel right at home.
No one, mutant, human, or otherwise, should feel comfortable in this wretched place.
Then we should probably look for an exit, right?
Yes, and we would be wise to do so before Dormammu detects our presence.
Dormammu.
He is not fond of visitors.
Let's see, so by the way, I've been playing on my friend's Minecraft server for a while now. I've got a slime chunk dugout in a swamp all the way to bedrock, and I've built up the village I live in. I added a big wall to keep all the zombies and creepers out. Nice. When I try to play Minecraft, one of my friends always managed to set my house on fire accidentally. Great, as if this place didn't feel unwelcoming enough.
We have not yet even begun to see a fraction of this dimension's horrors.
I got a lot of gas today, guys.
Salutations, my colleague
Not gonna
in
lie.
Cosmic Chaos.
Hi, Beast. Sorry you got mixed up in all this.
Fret not, fellow freedom fighter. I've witnessed worse tangles on my hairbrush in the midsummer heat.
So you're not worried about what's happening?
Quite the opposite. What you see as a potentially perturbing problem, I see as an amazing adventure just waiting to unfurl.
You sure have a positive way of looking at things.
Some consider that to be my other mutant power. Beyond being devastatingly handsome, of course.
Glad to have a guy like you on our side.
The honor is all mine, my courageous companion.
Alright, there's nothing I can break here. Let's do it, boys and girls.
Mindless ones. Their only instincts are to defend this dimension and to conquer others.
Hey, I landed the role of mindless one on this team fair and square. No way I'm letting those dudes steal my deal.
Excellent. Excellent. So what are you guys up to today? What's everybody doing today? I know Cody has work. Deadpool doesn't sound that fun. Suffering in the heat. Ugh. That stinks, dude. Dud. What are they doing? Oh, oh. Oh my gosh, I totally forget who this, what her name is.
Jump in any time now, darlings.
Oh, yeah. Elsa
These
Bloodstone.
monsters won't hunt themselves.
Eh.
We've got to stop these beasties
Rock
before
people.
they overflow into our reality.
Oh yeah. Nightcrawler leveled up. I don't really remember Elsa Bloodstone that much. I don't know much about her.
Does it? Tea, anyone?
She looks stupid. She looks like a Capcom, like a character from Capcom. Like it's like a feels like a Marvel vs. Capcom game all of a sudden. Like she feels like she's someone like from like I don't know, Devil May Cry or something. Whoa. What was that?
How many lumps, darling?
I think we've all taken enough lumps for today.
Oh, the fun's just getting started. This dimension is teeming with lovely leviathans like that.
How'd you end up here anyway?
I'm a monster hunter, dear. So when a rift opens in downtown London and giant stone brutes pour out, it's my job to stop them. Even if it means delivering them back home myself.
Interesting. There are other rifts like the one we came through?
I've seen a few, yeah. Haven't figured out a way to close them yet, though. Been a mite busy keeping those golems from invading our world and all.
We need to find a way to close those portals fast.
You go right ahead, love. I've got my eye on something else. Something shiny.
Uh-oh.
Magic
The hunt is on.
Yay.
powering these portals is unusual, even for a dark dimension.
Another person with guns. How fun.
How many oh!
Alright. Let's keep going.
I found them I've already jumped through enough holes in reality for one day, sweetie.
Sweet tea, get it?
Be on the lookout for anything
No, woman,
unusual
shut up.
in that region.
Shut up, woman. Shut up, woman. Alright, let's see what rift this is. Ooh, defeat 40 enemies or more on the raft. I'm gonna have to come back to this. I have to deal 3.5 million damage. 3.5 million points of damage. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Another one.
Another rift. It's as if the fabric between dimensional planes is beginning to shred. Can't let the mindless ones cross to the other side. This artifact is releasing powerful arcane energy. Could it have something to do with the rifts?
Where's the other two? Dude, where they're stuck. Guys, just jump. Deadpool, jump. Dude, that's hilarious. Deadpool's stuck. He's trolling us. Deadpool's trolling us. Deadpool. That's a lot of damage. Feel swift. Sour tea. Ooh, sour tea sounds good actually. I like anything that's sour. Oh, there he is. There's Deadpool. Oh, all of a sudden he thinks he's Nightcrawler. He thinks he's Nightcrawler all of a sudden teleporting like that.
Magic from this artifact is somehow powering the rift. Maybe destroying it will close the crack and keep the darkness from seeping into other dimensions.
So, Wolverine just leveled up. Good. Don't fall off, guys. Deadpool. Deadpool is literally invincible, can't jump up some rock. Right? Come on, Dead P. Let's go. Let's go, DP. Goodbye. You hear Deadpool?
Of course, the magical signature of each artifact seems to correspond with a similarly colored rift.
I want to get over there. How do I get over there? Deceased bath. What? What was that?
My tail.
There we go. Yeah. So gassy today, guys.
These relics come in so many colors, yet not one goes with my outfit. Pity
I don't like you, Elsa Bloodstone. I think you're a dumb character. Alright, I might grow to love her. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, okay. I'm telling you, why do I have so much gas? I literally like keep farting like every 30 seconds. It smells awful in here. Oh, there's something up there. That must be a portal area. Ooh, what is that? That's cool. Wow, that's really cool, actually. Maybe I can get up there with him. No. Alright.
This rift is different. Stronger. I can feel it. It is beyond the point where smashing some trinkets will seal it.
This is too easy, man. She's got a very similar move to Wolverine. Special. Death. Do you even know who Elsa Bloodstone is? Do you even know who she is, bro? God. By the way, who was that? Oh, that's somebody. James D. Crimson, welcome to the stream. And Nope Penguin. Welcome. Is that Penguin's Fishing? Welcome to the stream, guys. Kill.
It is as I feared. More powerful magic will be needed to
Oh,
mend
God.
this fracture. I will have to handle
Oh, it is? Okay, awesome. Well, good to see you, buddy. And James Crimson, welcome to the stream. Sorry, to answer your question. No, I don't really know that much about her. I know who she is. I've heard of her before, but I've never really cared about her that much. So any info would be good that you have. Also, Ohem, welcome! Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Bruce.
When there is vengeance to be delivered.
Excellent. Well, yeah, any info would be appreciated. I've never really cared for her that much. That's why I've never really learned anything about her. Oh gosh. Goodbye. Wow. Ghost Rider's got a sick attack.
Any room for me?
Cutting in!
Yeah, baby! Nicolas Cage. Oh god. I wanna forget that moment. I don't ever want to remember Ghost Rider is Nicolas Cage. Or rather, Nicolas Cage is Ghost Rider. But it's good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What have you guys been up to? Yeah! Yeah, Ghost Rider. Now he's someone I might be interested in using. Not Elsa Bloodstone though. Unless James D. Crimson wants to tell me some really cool, interesting facts about Elsa Bloodstone. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Okay, so what is it? Femme Fatales and Women of Marvel and Wisecracking Warrior. Okay. Ghost Rider doesn't get us anything really, but he's a level 25. Anti-hero. So if I'm not going to replace Wolverine, but if I replaced, say, Nightcrawler. Okay, so we would only lose 3%. We would only lose 3% strength. Gods and Demons. Who else do I have right now that fits that description? I don't think I have anybody else. Not her. No. Yeah, no. Those are just inhuman. Who else am I going to get that's going to fit that description? Gods and Demons. I'm trying to think right now. Who else would fit that description in Marvel? Well, anyway, I'll find out. What do you think, guys? He's level 25. Let's try him. Alright, Nick Cage, show me what you got. But how is everybody today? You guys doing good? Earlier we saw Deadpool couldn't even jump over a rock. That's some pretty nice moves there. Alright. What we want to do is get to this location over here. Oh, by the way, guys, pretty good. Just 8. Excellent. Later tonight, I'm going to be playing Wolfenstein Youngblood with the wife. We're going to do a stream, co-op stream. So, you guys be ready for that. But right now, it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance time. And also, Ohem, I don't know if you saw my message, but I watched the trailer for Negative Atmosphere. It looks awesome. It looks very similar to Dead Space. I'm just hoping that they can do a good job, you know. I don't know who Play 4 Games is. I've never heard of them before. Okay, how do I get up there? How do I get up there? Look! Look! He still has a hard time. Oh, he fell. Dude, there's got to be like a way to do that. I read and replied. Okay, gotcha. Didn't expect her to play games like Wolfenstein. She doesn't. She doesn't play games like Wolfenstein. She's doing it because I asked her to. Because I wanted her to, and I got the buddy pass. Where are you, Deadpool? Oh! They're both down there. All 3 of them are down there. Alright, I'm going down. Whoa. Yeah! Alright, figured it out. I'm really glad they fell. Got a Cosmic XP Cube. Excellent. Let's see if there's anything else down there, though. I just heard bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. Deadpool's not dead. Imagine that. It's not by Play 4 Games, just a channel that pasted together videos by the real devs. Okay, Sun Scorched Studios. My bad. What are they firing at? But so far it looks awesome. It's not Dead Space with necromorphs and Isaac, but the closest thing we got. Yeah. True. There they go again. They just jumping down there.
All of these rifts lead to different dimensions. We have to seal them shut before the realities converge.
You made it.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Can I go over there? No, I can't. I feel like I just missed something, though. Let's go, guys. Something looks strange about that person.
Doctor, I'm so glad you're here. Something is wrong.
Uh-oh.
These portals, they're getting bigger? No. That must be a mistake. The spell you're casting, it's expanding the rift. You have to stop.
I cannot cease until all realities are one. So I am commanded by the dread Dormammu.
It'll make you believe in magic.
Let the dark magic of this dimension consume you!
Oh! Oh my god.
Use your strength against me! Those who trespass here will never leave this realm again!
Oh no!
The doctor is out, but Dormammu will answer you.
And you're done. Oh, will he now? It's Professor Odd! That's funny. Hey, Bunny, welcome!
By the flames of the Valtine!
Welcome to the stream. Oh, goodness.
I purge your dark soul from my own!
Oh no, dear doctor. I have not finished with you yet.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I've waited so long to make you mine, Strange.
Oh gosh.
How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, I missed him. Get him!
My turn.
A sorcerer supreme pales when compared to the dread Dormammu. Your mortal allies will die by your own hands,
Guys, get out of the way. Like, the fact that they can't just simply, you know, just get out of the way of basic attacks is really annoying. Dormammu. That's right.
This is but a small taste of Dormammu's mystic might. Strange tries to kill you, yet you still fight to save him. Such
Strange is not trying to kill us. It's you that's trying to kill us.
you strange. Your soul will be mine. So swears
Dormammu swears. Got it. Doctor Strange! No, it's Professor Odd.
That was quite an impressive feat. But vanquishing the true Dormammu in his own realm will be nearly impossible. Lucky for us, the impossible is my specialty.
Good job, Professor Odd. Alright. We don't need Doctor Strange. We need Nurse Weird. Okay, where's Nurse Weird? They would know what to do if they were here. Let's see. Let's go to the team. Good job, team. Good job. Oh, he's so close to leveling up, baby! How many? I've got 8 points. What does that do? That increases effectiveness. Ooh. Increases duration too. It was rank 4. That's pretty awesome. Oh, you know what? Okay. Release a huge wave of flames in the direction of the character is facing. Hits the ground under the character, releasing multiple pillars of flames in the direction he's facing. We're gonna do this one as A. So it's A, it damages an A. Let's see. Swings a burning chain attacking enemies in the vicinity. Okay. We could do this if we wanted to. Adds fire element to ally attacks. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. This is a burning motorcycle into enemies. Wow. That's pretty cool. We need to give him some ISO 8. Let's increase his resilience and his mastery. There we go. Let's go to the lab. Let's see, I have a lot of that one, okay. Let's see. Squeenix. Squeenix. Is that for Square Enix? Squeenix marketed the crap out of this game. It still comes off as not bad, but not a AAA either. I wonder how the sales did. Let's see. Deadpool's got this one. Let's increase it. Probably a lot because fandom. Yeah. So you don't feel like this is a AAA title? Or it doesn't feel like a AAA title to you? this... that would reach it up to what? 12%? 8,000? How many of those do I have? I've got 43,000. 80,000. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I need to use... Alright. I've got so many of those, though. Just use this one. Oh. No? There we go. Is anybody... Who on my team is using energy attacks? Maybe Psylocke? Yeah. I should probably give that to her. Yeah, they're all energy attacks. Let's put that on her. So... Increase the rate abilities, restore the extreme gauge by 14.6%. Mastery. Increase mastery by 6.5. Yeah, let's do that. Increase the rate abilities, restore the extreme gauge. Put both of those on her. Should be a powerhouse. Probably a lot because fandom. Oh, I already read that. Alright, how you guys doing today, huh? Don't forget, Wolfenstein Youngblood later with the wifey. Tonight. Wolfenstein Youngblood. She promised that she would be playing for 2 hours. She promised. Well, she didn't promise, but she agreed. She agreed. She told me she would do it. Psylocke. Oh. I love Psylocke. She's a great character. Let's save real quick. You know what? I kind of want to, as much as I like Ghost Rider, I'm going to go back to Nightcrawler, I think. Because I get 8% health bonus and 17% strength bonus.
Introducing the one, the only, the legendary Nightcrawler.
But now I have to go make sure that his, all of his stuff is taken care of. Oh my gosh, I don't even have... Alright, let's see. Put that on him. Put that on him. Alright, there we go. Oh, no, not what I wanted. Dang it. There's another one? Oh my good lord. Wow. Just when I thought that I was nearing the end here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do. So I gotta get Captain, I gotta get Cap up to level 20, I gotta get Spidey up to level 20. Then I have this ultimate thing. And then I have to do this survival thing. Defeat Infinity Sentinel. Defeat 30 enemies or more in Avengers Tower, probably in a certain amount of time. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Oh boy, how many rifts are there? I wonder. So Miss Marvel's new costume, Spider-Gwen new costume, Iron Man new costume. Wait. Does this mean I get to have... I get to use... Magneto? New costume for Gamora. New costume for Luke Cage. Level 30, 33, 34, 38, 35, 36. So level 38 is the highest here. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, we're gonna go back. I didn't even mean to do that. God, there's a lot more content than I thought there was. Whew. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for all of it. Ethereal attacks. I'm not sure who uses ethereal attacks. Well, probably maybe Nightcrawler. Maybe, yeah, not sure. The ice ability, don't care about that. Increase vitality by 100, sure. Let's do that. Oh, increase the damage of melee attacks. Yes, please. Increase the rate abilities, restore the extreme gauge. Yes, please. Increase the rate synergy attacks, restore the extreme gauge. Increase the damage of piercing attacks. Yes, please. That's Wolverine. And Psylocke. And Nightcrawler. And Deadpool. Well, maybe. Not sure if Wolverine's more slashy than piercy. Alright, let's talk to the doctor.
I owe you an apology for all of that unpleasantness.
I'm like staring at his crotch. Just help us get out of here and we'll call it even.
I will. But first we need to deal with Dormammu.
Wolverine is really short in the comics. Like, he literally is that short in the comics. Isn't that what we just did?
That was no more than a shadow of his true power. He's the master of this dimension and can twist its dark magic to his whims. And it gets worse.
How could it possibly be worse than that?
Dormammu has an infinity
Oh,
stone.
crap.
It's what opened the first rift between our dimensions. I tried to chase it here, but it was too late. For me, and perhaps for reality as we know it.
So that's how he's opening all these rifts with the reality stone?
I'm afraid so. And unless we stop him, he'll make every dimension as dark as this one. The doctor is here.
Oh. I'm actually going to take a look at that. He's definitely ethereal power. It's probably like a level 25, 26. Oh, baby. Dr. Strange. Let's take a look at his stuff.
Did anyone call for a doctor?
New Avengers, okay. It's the only thing. Midnight Suns. Big brains. Okay. Let's see what we got here, guys. Dr. Strange. I might be using him a lot, actually. Yeah, ethereal, energy, piercing, okay. Oh, hers isn't piercing, it's charge. It's energy and charge. Attack type ethereal, synergy trait, burn. Okay. Releases a vortex of magic in the direction of the character is facing, healing allies in the path. That is very helpful. I wonder if Scarlet Witch had something like that. Casts a spirit version of the character and performs a rotating beam attack in the area behind him. Oh, around him, sorry. So that must be the attack that he was doing on us. The magic attack can have a binding effect on multiple enemies. What does that mean? It's melee. Binding effect. I guess it attacks multiple enemies at once. Cast a funnel of flames in the direction the character is facing. Casts a funnel of flames in the direction the character is facing. Okay, so he's got some nice ones. I'm really digging this, actually. In fact, increase effectiveness. Yes. Area of effect. Yes. Ah, but then I... Just do it. We'll do that. I think I'm gonna use him. So, Nightcrawler, thank you. Thank you. Let's give him a shot.
We'll need to make our way to Dormammu's lair and pick up a little something extra along the way.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Dr. Strange.
Dormammu's toying with the Reality Stone's power. Properties of this dimension, right down to our perception of it.
Whoop.
Dormammu has imbued these mindless ones with his own essence. They won't be nearly as easy to defeat.
You made it. Strike.
Got him. Hang on. Oh, yep. Okay, so orange ISO 8. All right.
Eat lead, Skippy!
Yeah. Level 30, baby. Where did everybody just go? Oh god. Alright, you know what? They're down here.
You'll have to watch your step next time. I may not always be here to catch you.
Yeah, but they were just fighting down there. Look. I don't... Okay. Well, whatever. Dead. Why does Deadpool keep doing that? That's really funny. Hashtag AI. Right? I don't like this side-scrolling camera angle, to be honest. Alright, let's see. Who needs the help? More than anyone else. Oh. How is he not dead? Yeesh.
Dormammu is immune to the magic born in
Depth
this
can be hard to adjust to with this
but the
camera.
reality
Yeah.
stone has created an anomaly. Dark crystals that we can use to absorb and reflect Dormammu's energy. If we can find them.
Aha.
These are the crystals I spoke of. I can sense that you carry similar ones already. We should be able to use these to erect a mystical shield. Block their attack and absorb the energy.
What?
The crystals are fused into the Mindless One's stone forms. Perhaps we can remove them.
Oh, like that.
Not without a fight. The crystals are more fragile than I expected.
Whoa.
But there should be more as we traverse closer to Dormammu and the stone.
I have a feeling like Doctor Strange is not very good at attacking. He's more good at distracting and healing, I feel like. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's take one of these with us. Might as well. Oh. Woo! It's getting cold in here.
All of these winding paths and waterfalls are giving me a bloody migraine.
I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in hell.
Jeez. Oh, man. How do I get rid of that? Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. He just fell off. Attack me. More. Alright, whatever. Oh my god. Okay. Doctor Strange is down? Oh god. Doctor Strange, what are you doing, buddy? Oh my god. Oh my good lord. Alright, we need to find more of those things. Watch out, Doctor Strange! Oh no! They're gone! Sorry guys, but there's no other choice. Nope, I definitely jumped. Oh my god, really? I jumped. Alright. Well, there goes one. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, whatever. Alright, we gotta get up there. Help Dr. Strange. Alright. Let's go! Even Ghost Rider is tired of her crap. Exactly, man. Let's see. Who was it that... that guy who came in. James D. Crimson 90. Do you even know who Elsa Bloodstone is? Do you even know? Get out of here. Who are you? Go away. Take him out, baby. Goodbye.
1,000 bands of Sitarak.
See if we can get up there. Oh. Oh, what? Oh. Psylocke. No, Psylocke. No, Wolverine, come on. There we go. Got it. Alright. Whoa, throw! Him the health. Good. Oh. Got him. Alright. We got this, guys. I might need to take a break from Ultimate Alliance after we get through this area. Play something else. Grab a quick snack. Keep her going. Oh, this is not weird at all.
Dormammu's toying with the Reality Stone's power. He's altering the fundamental properties of this dimension, right down to our perception of it.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go with team. We're gonna take a look here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Increases effectiveness. Or I can wait. Let's just do that. Alright, let's see. For her... yeah, I feel like we should do that one. Well, no, sorry. That would be an A attack damage. Increases damage to stagger gauge. Even more damage? Oh my gosh. Katana slash. That'll be an A. Launches a volley of explosive psychic knives while the character jumps backward. Press to continue attacking. That'll make it a B attack damage. We're gonna go with Katana Slash. Alright, here we go, guys. Y'all ready? Oh, you know what? Let's save real quick. Man, I need some food. I need some food. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Loki. Oh, that's right. We saw him, didn't we?
The Kingpin had no idea the power he possessed.
That's right. We saw him when we defeated Kingpin.
But I've been watching. And I now know what these crystals can do. In more experienced hands. Here. Let me show you.
Oh, so we're not fighting Dormammu.
You heroes have no idea what you found, do you? I was keeping my eyes on you, but perhaps the time has come for fists instead. You fight with honor. That's your first mistake. Why brawl like common ruffians when we could be working out a deal that benefits us all? Crystals, ISO 8, call them what you will. Soon, they'll all be mine. And you thought one of me was hard to handle.
Oh, Loki, you're nothing.
Doesn't crumble under pressure. Perhaps I should have thought this through a bit more. Shouldn't have been able to do that.
We just destroyed Loki. Whoa.
You are victorious. Take your spoils.
Don't do it.
I must admit, this alliance you've built is quite inspiring. Perhaps I should craft one of my own.
To the domain of the dread Dormammu.
Well, that was certainly unusual. Anyone know what that was all about?
All that matters is that he is gone, and we have his crystals, and that Dormammu lies ahead.
Some of the character designs feel so out of place. Like, look at Deadpool. Like, which ones? Like Loki? Because, I mean, that's pretty much how he looks in the comics. But who were you thinking of? You know, I don't know if I want to use Doctor Strange. He's got that healing power, but aside from that, you know, it just doesn't really do it for me, especially when I could be at 17% strength and 8% vitality. But he's a level 26 and Nightcrawler's only level 22. Plus, if I'm really going to use someone who's not Nightcrawler, I should just be using Hulk. You know? I'll stick with Doctor Strange because he's got some like magic attacks that I think is good. Yeah, Loki, but more his face didn't seem to fit well with the body. I didn't get that impression, but I wasn't really paying attention that much. His chin definitely stuck out.
Dormammu's lair is near. Focus the energy from the crystals to destroy his enchanted barrier. We can't delay. Dormammu's shield must be broken. We can absorb their attacks with the crystals and redirect the energy at the barrier.
Oh.
We'll need more crystals to destroy the barrier. Luckily, the mindless ones are bringing them right to us.
Come on, guys.
Fantastic. The barrier is beginning to weaken. We're almost there. Just a bit more.
I need another one. Whoa.
Weapons of Sidorak. We've breached the barrier. Nowhere left to hide now, Dormammu.
You made the cut.
Dormammu. Hello, Dormammu. Uh-oh. Look out, it's gonna blow! It's gonna blow! Oh gosh. Here we go. Down, down, down. Down, down, down to a burning ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns.
Accustomed to chaos,
the ring
but
gets
this realm
higher.
makes even my head spin.
Oh no. The ring gets higher and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Wow, that's low. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
You know,
That's really low.
Suddenly kind of glad I didn't have those tacos after all. Because I'd probably be spewing them back into my mask about now.
Let's go, boys and girls. Dr. Strange. Help us out, Dr. Strange. There we go. Save. Again. Do I really want to use Dr. Strange? Dr. Strange. Oh. Yep, I'm using it. Dormammu. your mommy.
Your journey ends here. The future holds only darkness for you and all of reality. Which sorcerer is truly supreme, Stephen?
Steven.
Dormammu, and he is about to extinguish your flame once and for all. Crimson bands of Siferath!
Whoa. What? Why does that keep happening?
In my own realm, you are either exceptionally brave or insane. Level up.
Oh my gosh, I'm hitting the wrong part of him.
Impressive, but not nearly enough to defeat me.
We're not doing any damage. Use the crystals to absorb his beams and create an opening for attack.
Crap.
Blades of the Baltic.
That wasn't good enough. I need one of the crystals. Whoa! Dude, I was gonna say, man. Come on. Oh, what? I was holding the thing. He just hit me. He like punched me and it was... That makes no sense. Alright, well, whatever.
You didn't see that coming. Keep it up.
Wow, dude. Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't see anything on screen. There we go. Alright. Alright, you need some health big time. Oh, you know what? Let's use... No, that's not what I wanted. I want... No! Get up. Alright, goodbye, bro.
Mindless ones took the brunt of your attack. They served their purpose, and Dormammu still up. I tire of these games. You shall learn that Dormammu is always the victor, no matter the reality. This is my domain. None should be able to defeat me here.
Alright. You need to do that healing thing. Can you please do it? Heal, bro. Heal. We need a heal spell. Why can't he do the heal spell? Oh, this is annoying. I'm trying to... What? Oh, God. I can't move. I'm... Okay. I can't even tell what's going on right now. That was so lame, dude. Why couldn't he do the spell? Move! Like, trying to get him to move. Alright. What the heck? I'm holding one of those things, like, I don't understand. Absorb the damage. Come on, absorb the damage. Absorb the damage. It's not... Absorb the damage. Why is it not absorbing the damage? I don't understand what's going on. And now I don't have any... I don't understand what's going on right now, but... Well, he's almost dead, so whatever. That made no sense. I was holding the stone things that's supposed to have a protective barrier. They're supposed to charge up with damage. And it wasn't doing anything.
You have won, but I shall return. Stronger than ever before.
That was a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie.
That my magic fails me. Ugh.
I just don't understand if you're holding the stones with the shield around it, and that's supposed to charge up. I just don't understand why it wasn't working half the time.
This
I
was
don't
all
know.
my fault.
Maybe I wasn't doing it right. I don't know. What was?
We never would have ended up in this terrible dimension if my magic wasn't so volatile.
Maybe not, but look what we did here. We rescued Dr. Strange and the Reality Stone and stopped an invasion into our world by an evil wizard. Not too bad, as mistakes go.
Maybe you're right. My hexes may not always have the expected results, but I suppose they still manage to get the job
That's
done.
right. I've already been streaming for an hour and 41 minutes. Good, because there's still a big job left to do. Think you can handle it?
Of course. I remain forever by your side.
Really? Forever by my side? Specifically mine? Specifically Wolverine?
Time to go home then, yeah?
Oh, maybe it wasn't worth it, guys, because we got Elsa Bloodstone on our team now. I hope so. Will you be coming with us to finish our mission?
That wasn't the plan, love. I'm not a hero like you. Just a girl who happens to hunt the things that go bump in the night. And it's been a long night.
If Thanos has his way, it may be our last.
From everything I've heard, he does sound like a bit of a monster himself.
One of the worst. So can we count on you to join the hunt?
Oh, fine. But if we kill him, I get to keep his head for my trophy room. Deal?
Deal. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Let's check the team real quick. Let's see, Psylocke, by the way. Ooh. Alright. Two points, 2 points, 3 points, 8 points. I don't have enough for really any of those actually, so whatever. Okay. Level 31, level 29, 26, 26. Oh, also, why couldn't I do the healing spell? That's so odd. It wouldn't let me do the, Winds of Batum. I don't understand why it wouldn't let me do that. I gotta read into it. So, this is a vortex of magic in the direction the character is facing, healing allies in the path. Maybe I just wasn't facing any of my characters? I don't know. But okay. Let's check out Hero Select real quick. Hello, bunny. Just got up, huh? Oh, been a slow day, huh? Oh. Well, I have been playing this for a while. I think I'm going to take a break and possibly play something else. And also grab a snack. I still feel like I should just be using Nightcrawler, but honestly, if that magic spell really works well, then I will most certainly use that. Midnight Suns. She's a part of Midnight Suns. How can she be a part of Midnight Suns? That's like saying Doctor Strange is a part of Women of Marvel. Or Femme Fatales. Is there a Men of Marvel? Yeah, Femme Fatales, Women of Marvel, and Scarlet Witch is a part of Women of Marvel, and Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns, it must just be a must just be like a group like Avengers or Defenders, or I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. Needed to rest? That's good. Well, I'm glad you got some rest. Let's talk to Beast. No, let's save first.
what a dreadful debacle this devolved into.
Well, how is your cheerly outlook, Beast?
Oh, it still stands strong. It has merely been temporarily trumped by the megalithic magician and his flaming facade.
At least we got the reality stone, right?
Indeed. A fortuitous finding we could never have anticipated upon arriving in this dismal dimension. I am excited to examine it upon returning.
So now we have the power stone and the reality stone. Home? Oh, right, the X-Mansion.
Calm your concerns, comrade. This sapphire scientist has friends with formidable facilities all over our world, and on countless others.
You cannot destroy the darkness.
He's right, Turd.
He's right, you know.
Dormammu feeds off this dimension's endless arcane energies. He can't die in this place. But we most definitely can. And if Dormammu spills this black magic into our world, he would be unstoppable there too. Of course, without the reality stone, he can't merge our dimensions together. And without the darkness to fuel him, he wouldn't last long. So, if I can open a portal back to our plane of existence, perhaps we can take the stone somewhere safe. Or at least somewhere safer than this.
We came here to escape the chaos of Earth. Our people were trapped at the heart of far too many conflicts over the centuries.
I don't know how to pronounce that word.
By those who wish to harm or exploit us. Only by removing ourselves from their world would we ever truly hope to find peace. So, tell us, my dear sister. Why have you opened our doors to the same chaos we fought so hard to leave behind?
No matter how we may try to cut ourselves off from our home planet, my queen, we still have friends and allies who need our help. Who are we to ignore their plight?
We are Inhumans. As both humans and mutants alike have repeatedly reminded us, we stand alone. And unless your friends can convince the king otherwise, so do they.
Phew, those curves on her, or both. Right. Right. Oh, new Infinity Trials. Like, oh my gosh. Jeez, that's a lot of Infinity Trials. We're gonna save it right there, guys. That was fun. We are on Atalan. Do I remember Quake games? Yes. Oh, Quake Live. Not Nive? Nive? Yeah, I know Quake. I remember Quake. Quake Champions, but the old ones. Yeah. I remember the first Quake. Quake Live. I don't know if I even have that. Okay. Let's see. We're going to quick game. It's going to show the dark dimension. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, Loki. What is Loki up to? Are you ending the stream here? No. I'm gonna get a quick snack. And then probably play some Mario Kart or something. Yeah, I'm gonna play some Mario Kart, I think. But let me get that set up. Awesome. Yeah. Put up the coffee break sign, and I will be right back. Okay. Whew. Oh, that's so much better. Now I want coffee though. I'll get some coffee later. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, I'll go to the grocery store to get some ingredients for a cake. Ooh, that sounds great. That sounds excellent, to be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and... Whew, it smells really bad in here. I've been farting like crazy. It's not good. I don't know what it is. Like, lately I've just been like so gassy. Super gassy. Let's take the game out. Let's put in Mario Kart. Mario Kart. Hey! I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart lately too. There it is. There she is. Ignorant boy. That's me. And Cat Lady. Cat Lady is Becky. I am ignorant boy. Oh crap.
Mario Kart! Hey!
Wow, that bass player. Holy moly. Alright. Alright, so single player. I think so. I've been trying to get all of the trophies. As you can see there, I have almost everything, but I only have it for 150. So 150, I'm still missing a few. Mirror, I haven't done any. 200, I got one bronze trophy. That's it. I've just been going through, doing them all on 100 first. It's been a while since I played this, but lately I've been playing a lot of it. So I'm going to do let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do the last Grand Prix. Most of the time I use Dry Bowser. Sometimes I use Wario, and sometimes I use King Boo. But I'll be using Dry Bowser. I like the big guys. I wonder if his stats are any different. If regular Bowser is any different. And as you can see, I got the speed and the weight. Okay, let's take a look and see if Bowser's any different. No, it's the same. Or at least it seems to be the same. I like Dry Bowser though. We're gonna go with this one again. Because honestly, on 100cc, handling doesn't matter that much. Because you're not driving, you're not really going that fast. So let's do it. Sometimes I use Donkey Kong as well, but I like the big guys. I like the big guys because they can throw their own weight around. What do you guys think? You guys think Mario Kart is the ultimate kart racer, or do you think that it's been dethroned by the new Crash Team Racing? I've heard some really good things about Crash Team Racing. Oh. honestly though, like, it's just 100cc just makes the game so much fun. You know? I'm all about fun on this one. Just wanna have fun. Girls just wanna have fun. No, go away! No! What freaking luck, man. What? I had a banana peel. Like, I had a banana peel. That's so weird. See you guys. Oh, I thought I could use the... This is a close one. Blame it on all the freaking shells. I took my... Hey! Should change your info. Oh, for the stream? Nah. It's all good. Ooh. Ribbon Road. This one looks interesting. Want the coin. Oh no! Look up! Oh my gosh! Just missed that thing. Yes. Something other than freaking clone? Oh no! Here it comes. Coin, like that's literally what the fourth coin I've gotten. Finally, something that I can use. So Yeah, here we go. Thank you. More coins. That's literally like the 6th or 7th time I've gotten a coin. That's insane. I never really paid attention to this game, but it looks awesome. I know, doesn't it? The graphics are great. What do you think, Bunny? Have you played Crash Team Racing yet? Do you think this one's better than Crash Team Racing, or do you think Crash Team Racing's better than this one? Yeah. Why did I... I don't know why my guy just did that. Why did I use 2 guns? I should have used 1 gun. Goodbye. I like this track. You haven't played Crash Team Racing yet? Well, neither have I. At least not the new one. At least I haven't played the new one. Whoa! The old one I've played a lot. Back to the day. Great game. I don't know if that really is a shortcut. It doesn't seem that much faster. Yeah, no, I haven't played the new one either, Crash Team Racing. Although it looks like a really cool game. Seems like a lot of people are having fun with it. This one, of course, is just phenomenal. It's Mario Kart. I mean, how can you go wrong? So much fun. Ooh, F-Zero. Oh, nice. I think I did this one last night. Yeah, I did. In a custom race. Oh, actually, I did different F-Zero. Music is awesome. Goodbye. Music sounds crazy. Yes! I did it at the right time. That was weird. This makes me want to play F-Zero. Yeah! Boom. Nice. I did it, guys. I did it. Yeah! Donkey Kong, last place, bro. What are you doing? Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's view the results. Let's do it. See the MKTV. Mortal Kombat TV, obviously. That's what that stands for. No doubt. Look at that boss. Woo, look at him go. Power slide. Oh, there's a shortcut there. I didn't know about that. That should never be a highlight. Ever. A blue shell is not a skill. It's just an automatic... That's not a highlight. Blue shell is just a blue shell. There's no skill involved. Unless it was like, at the last second I lose because I got hit by a blue shell and somebody passes me or something. New vehicle customization option has been unlocked. Sweet, 900 coins. I did it! Oh, this is awesome. I beat it, guys. I beat it. I did it. Oh, look at that little Yoshi motorcycle. Oh, that's cute. It sticks its hands out and everything. Oh, Donkey Kong's level. That's a good level. He looks like he's dabbing when he does that. Baby Mario. Baby Luigi. What was that? That was a Tanuki or what word is that? Tanuki Mario? Something like that. There's Baby Baby Peach. What was the other one? Baby oh my gosh. Toadette. Baby oh my gosh, what's her name? I forget. We'll find out. Wario. Is one of the Animal Crossing villagers. Oh, I didn't know you could do that on that spot. That's good to know. Here's a Mario. That's one of Bowser's children or siblings, or no, not siblings, nephews or something. I like that level. What level is that? Oh, that's some icy level. I don't remember what it's called though. Waluigi! There he is. Link. Finally shows Link. For literally a half second. There's the Splatoon boy, Splatoon girl, Inkling, sorry, Inkling boy, Inkling girl. It's Luigi. You guys excited for Luigi's Mansion? It's coming out in Halloween this year, October 31st. Rainbow Road. There it is, boys and girls. I got all the trophies, at least on 100cc. Let's check out my stats. Saved by Lakitu 60 times. Yikes. $3,420 boost, drifts, sorry. I like using the Super Glider, City Trooper, and the Roller, apparently. And my favorite character is my Mii. That was when I played a long time ago. I used to use my Mii all the time. We could do some time trials. Or I could play on 150. In fact, let's do that. I'm not going to use... Honestly, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use something a little more balanced. Maybe I'll use that. It's the same thing, really. Just little buttons. Yeah, let's use it. Alright, let's see. What we need to do is do one that I don't have. So actually this one. And this one. Let's see if we can get the 3 stars on both of these. 150. It's gonna be a little more challenging. Might get a little more frustrated. Not gonna lie. Might be a little frustrated. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so much faster. Wow, I just missed whatever those guys are called. I can't think of them right now. What? Can I get the boost for that? Ah, just like that, I lost my lead. Oh, wait, no I didn't. Why does it show them past me? Oh, that's right, because there's 2 levels of this one. Sorry about that. So where's the second place? I'd like to know that. Who was it behind me? It was Inkling Boy. Alright, so Link is in second. Yeah! Was way behind me. Wow. Alright, good. That was a good start. Oh, maybe I don't need any more caffeine. Oh, I like this one. I like Toad Harbor. Toad Harbor. Yo, bro. You don't need that in first place. You just don't. Ah. Oh, Link. Did you really just make that noise at me? I had a green shell. Like, I don't understand why Dang it, I missed. What? No. Okay. Ooh, I forgot about that shortcut. Wow, Link. You did me dirty there. You did me dirty! Oh. I'll let you just wallow in shame there. Oh, finally a blue shell worked in my favor. Finally. Ah, should with the two. Oh, forgot about the shortcut again. Oh no. No! What? Why didn't that work? Yes. Well, I just barely won. They were right behind me. Oh, yeah. It's already 4 o'clock, oh my gosh. Definitely a lot more challenging than 100cc, that's for sure. Oh, I don't even want to try 200. I hate 200cc. It's too hard. You know what? No, it's not too hard. I can do it. I got it. I just need more practice. I need more training. Oh. Spooky. See about what? Dude. That was not in my favor. Ah. No! Darn it. this thing? Honestly, what is this? Darn it! That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I hit someone with it. Yes, good. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so good at this. I'm amazing at this game. Whoa, that looks pretty cool. A venomized... Venom Mondroid. What the heck? Oh, Mondoid. Mondoid. A Venom Mondoid. Weird. Sorry, somebody sent me something from Ooh. Alright. Da 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 da. Wow. Oh, that sucks. Da, 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 da. Oh, back from the grocery store. Yay! I thought you went to the grocery store earlier. Or were you just on your phone when you were at the grocery store? Alright, let's go to the next race. We're one race away from getting the 3-star gold trophy. Guild. Hear how I just said that? Guild trophy. It's the guild trophy. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Okay. It's only the second one. It's only the second one. Oh my god, oh my god, what am I doing? No! Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that was friggin' close. That last turn right there almost got me. I should have braked instead of drifted. Braked? Braked? Broke? Yeah, braked. Should have braked. Sorry, Link, but I gotcha. But welcome back from the grocery store, bunny! Let's view the results, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Good job. We got the flower cup 3-star. Boom, boom, 150 coins. Yay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do a couple chimed trials. Let's try that balance here. Ooh. Not bad, actually. I was just using that. Not bad at all, actually. Here we go. Oops. I'm gonna try this guy. Huh. I'm gonna do Mute City. Race against Ghost, view Ghost. We'll race against Ghost. He's riding a Blue Falcon, Roller, and Super Glider. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Let's go up against the Ghost. See if we can beat him. See if we can beat him, y'all. What is going on? Oh, whoops. Really? I have to... You can't have auto... whatever it's called? Alright, whatever. Oh no. How did I miss that? Wow, he went straight through. He's ahead of me. He's doing way better than me. do that? He's so far ahead of me now. Ah, I missed the freaking... Honestly, how did he go so fast over that spot? That's what I want to know. No. Let's retry that. Oh man. Ah, no. No. Look, look. We must just do it like that. We must just use a speed boost. He's already so far ahead. How the heck is that even possible? I'm doing better than last time. Oh my god. I don't get that. I was doing better than last time. He was even further ahead of me. Man, that spot kills me every time. It's over. He gets ahead of you and it's over. Look how he's just pulling ahead. Dude, I do not understand how he's this far ahead of me. He wasn't this far ahead of me last time. I think I'm doing some unnecessary drifting though. That's for sure. Also, you know what? I don't know why. I need coins. That's probably why. I just realized that. Also, I'm not sure why that didn't work. Speed bump. Speed boost. coins though. No, that was not good. That was terrible. That was terrible. Dude, how is he already ahead of me? I don't quite understand that. Dang it. I gotta hit those. Ah, that was bad news right there. It's over. Bad. I gotta be way better on that part. Oh, come on. How did I miss that? This part right here. Ah. Yes, yep. How is he so far ahead? I did it perfectly. Ah, there's a... Okay. Looks like there's a little shortcut there. Alright. Well, that's good to know. Dude, I did that part perfectly, and he somehow got so far ahead of me. Makes no sense. I literally did it perfectly. He still, like, went so far ahead of me. Alright, so I gotta shoot for that, shortcut. Uh-oh, not good. Oh, come on. Wasn't close enough, really? Oh, come on. Right here. What? What just happened? Why did it do that? Gotta hit these. I gotta hit these. Oh, no. Ah. Oh, no. It's over. already ahead of me. First time we were the same. That's why it's confusing. Yes. That's perfect. I gotta do it perfect 3 times in a row. That's the problem. See? Alright, so I got a good boost. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need the coins this time. I got a good commanding lead. Hope I don't screw this up. Oh! Almost missed that. This could mean... Oh, yes! Did it! Oh boy! Wow. That was tough. Not gonna lie, that was tough. So Laura from Nintendo. Good run, Laura from Nintendo, if you're a real person. Don't know if you are or not, but... GG. Well played. Cooking! I mean, I do want to upload, but... I'm not connected. Yeah, okay. Woo! Let's view the highlight reel, though. Let's see this awesome... Awesome run, guys. Can I not change the, Whoops. I wanted to check the, just a different angle. You can't do, like, different angles. Oh, it sounds really funny like that. Out of nowhere, Monkey's playing Mario Kart 8. Yeah! How's it going, Mika? Welcome back. Yeah, dude, I'm watching my highlight reel. I beat the Ghost. Forgot to say that I can't watch because of the same reason. Internet problems, like it's constantly buffering. I'm sad. Aww. That stinks, man. good, guys. I'm just the best. I'm so good. Not. It's not reaching Mixer either. Just going to Twitch now. That's very odd. Well, if there's anybody on Mixer who's watching, I'm sorry. If you were trying to speak to me, reach out. Yeah, ignorant boy. Ignorant boy, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Whoa. Wait. That's funny. How do I get out of here? Okay, there we go. It's good to see you, Mika, even though you're having internet issues. Let's do another time trial. This time I'm going to use someone else. I'm going to use Donkey Kong. Oops. Honestly, I really like this cart. Let's do this one. Ice Outpost. Oh, that's the icy one. That's a tough one. Oh, Sherbet Land. Sherbet Land? Is that another ice one? How about Baby Park? I think this one's super easy. Let's try Juiced from Nintendo. Alright, Juiced, here I come. Here I come, Juiced. I'm coming at you, Juiced. Whoa, Juiced. Whoa, Juice, how'd you do that? Ah, you got me. He did something there. It really. I'm gonna have to collect those coins faster. Right behind me. Oh, it just beat him. Oh no, one more lap. Oh no, I thought that was the last lap. No! Yeah! Oh my god. I don't know why I thought that was the last lap. Woo! Wow. Yeah, those first two laps were not good. 12 seconds, 11 seconds. That second to last lap was money though, man. He had an even better second to last lap than me. His first lap was terrible. 15 seconds. The second lap was amazing, though. Under 10 seconds. He had 3 laps under 10 seconds. I had one lap under 10 seconds. And I had an 11-second lap, a 12-second lap, almost a 13-second lap. Alright, let me take off airplane, or I'll just turn on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I want to upload it. Ghost data has been uploaded. Yay! Alright guys, it's been over 3 hours. That does it for me. I'm going to be streaming like for another 2 hours later anyway, so with Becky. I got to get ready for that stream anyway. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I got to get some stuff done before the stream later. And yep, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for stopping in. And hopefully I will see you guys later. Take care.